It's like 1 month later, we're still arguing about it.
So, what happened last time?
Okay.
We almost
Previously
died.
on the
Little Ciders.
The Little Ciders.
The Little Ciders.
The Little Ciders.
Hey,
I'm Venom. Let's fight this.
No, you need to start a little further back.
No, I don't think so.
I am Sydney. Let's go into the dark forest that looks like death. Let's go in there, guys. No, I don't want this.
I'm heroic, Sydney.
go in
Let's
there.
march into this mysterious wood that we're all curious about. Hey, I'm just Valen.
You mean the one that looks like death on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Literally, what happened was Sydney was like, yo, let's go to the dark forest. And Valen was like, no. And then when we got into Sydney was like, ah! And then Valen had to help save your life. That's what happened. I saved your life.
No. Oh no, you
Bam!
didn't save my life. Lyle saved my life.
He did.
Did I?
And then he
Yeah.
almost died.
And then Valen almost
yeah.
died. And then I was like, okay, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
But that we gotta go was out of character. Because that's us.
We're
Because-
frightened kids.
No, he went 8 feet out though. Like we weren't gonna we don't know that we're gonna be able to get away. You know what I mean? We just know, hey, we're being attacked. And my character is, well, we're gonna fight back.
My
Right?
character
So if I'm
fucking
mad-
ran. Got
Yeah.
on the horse. I mean the donkey.
I
And
don't
tried to leave.
I don't know that there's a game master that might decide he doesn't want to kill all his players right now. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know that. My character Val doesn't know that. All that I know is that her friends are in danger. This thing's attacking. She's mad.
These
Yeah,
kids
I'm
aren't
taking it
important.
down.
They
I'm
can die
doing it.
anytime.
Exactly.
I'm like, fuck this. Goodbye.
No, but I'm saying like that a game master that decides. Like,
Who do you
know
think
what?
you are? Heroes destined to save the world?
Yep.
No.
How did you survive in the streets so long?
I killed the Minotaur.
That's how.
She did.
That's how.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna want to mess with her.
Remind us, how did you do it?
In a very brutal way. It was metal.
At the cost of 2 lives. Almost.
Nobody died. Relax. Nobody died.
Well, in a way, there is someone who's no longer here.
That's true. And we mourned that Minotaur. Thanks a lot, Crystal.
So are
I
we
grew
saying that
attached
when
to
the
him.
Minotaur like fell?
Fell on top of Rook.
Exactly. Rook wasn't able to get off. He was too like his swords. He wouldn't let it go. How was he
Since
attacking?
I already have his weapon, I'm going to keep
Oh, we're
it.
just. Yeah.
No, he's there. We're just gonna hand wave it for now. I mean, if going forward it looks like he's not gonna be able to
Hey,
make it at all,
I'm right here.
then
all this time.
we'll work something out. Otherwise,
Rook said I could have his
Was this
weapon.
yours?
I'm just a little bug. Miracle told me to have my weapon.
Was this yours?
He totally said that.
No.
No. Do you want it for the casino?
Oh, yeah.
right. So he's just gonna be kind of mute and following along in the background as we go.
And this episode is brought to you by Totino.
And the death of Rook. In theaters now.
Tortito's the death of Rook.
There's a peace offering.
Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so.
I brought for
um,
everyone.
Okay.
Well, she took him out of the oven, right? So.
I did.
Put them in the oven.
That I did.
So last time we ended with what looked like an elven ranger approach the group just as you slayed this minotaur. We're gonna retcon that.
We're gonna what?
Got it.
Yep,
What-
I'm changing it.
What do you mean?
Because that was probably.
That was the
tied to Rook,
cliffhanger.
right?
Because Rook was the guy who was gonna be a ranger,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
he's not here.
Boy.
So it's a cleric elf now, isn't it?
So. So you see this fine gentleman approach.
Huh.
Who is
Handsome.
a handsome devil? Yes,
He's gonna offer
but not
me
literally
his
a devil.
sword.
He is an elven, what you suspect to be a cleric, based on
Wow.
his religious accoutrement.
Oh, I swear he was Elven from far.
But yes, carrying a very large sword.
It's my dream. I want that sword.
And you guys have just, down this Minotaur, and everybody just kind of like collapses. Like, whoa, we did it. And he just kind of approaches from the distance, clapping, like, good show! My goodness! Aren't you a tough bunch of warriors? And,
I think my friend's dead.
oh, really? Well, yes, sorry.
Never mind that. My name's Sydney.
My name's Kaldrim.
I like
nice
the
to meet
party.
you. Does anyone here need any assistance? I could heal you if that...
I'm actually,
I suspect
I'm actually
this
quite
wasn't...
okay.
Yes,
Wait,
Valen,
Oh,
please.
good to hear. Good to hear.
Please, my arm is dangling from my shoulders.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Oh.
Let's fix that right
Okay,
up.
please.
And he musters up some
He
magic
got it when he got tackled.
Thank you.
and mumbles a few magical words under his breath, and magical light dances from his fingertips up and across your arm, and you feel rejuvenated, fully healed.
I thank you, kind sir.
Round of applause.
I need that sword.
Oh, not a problem. And anyone else?
I have a negative 2 HP. Anyhow. Don't even know if I can talk.
You're at negative. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
So
So,
this is happening. Valen is like looking at the Minotaur, see if there's anything.
Really? Like your friend is like
No,
dying?
just
I
go
think,
for it.
mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so he goes around and heals buddy.
Can he fix his open wound on his face?
Yep. Man,
He's missing his
you
face.
blew. Yeah, my face is just
it stitches right up like it never even happened.
awesome.
Really?
Yep.
No epic scar?
Nice.
Mm.
I'll take an epic scar.
How about mental damage?
Mental scars.
There's just trauma there. Like
Okay. We'll stop at the wound field. You come to, and he'll ask, son, would you like me to leave the scar? I can take care of that too, but
Just take it.
that's what I thought. I'll leave it on.
the mental scars, right?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna put a
The mental
slash on his
scarring,
face.
however,
Yeah, I'm gonna put
that's
it
yours to keep.
Okay.
Let's see, where's my Minotaur stat? Page, what did I do with that guy?
Tasty.
Oh, maybe I didn't have one. Maybe I just pulled them up on the monster manual. Minotaurs are not known for carrying bags of equipment. So
You can take his men that you just cut off.
Just take the bag.
What?
As an example for the
Whoa.
rest of these monsters.
It
Not
is-
to
It's a
mess
different kind
with
of bag.
us.
But
Still meat. Can I forage it?
Let's make hamburgers.
Minotaur burger.
is that like? That's kind of cannibalism.
It'll
isn't
put
it?
hair on your chest.
There's only half cannibalism. It's only semi-cannibalism.
Aren't we hungry? Let's just eat him. I want to make his skull into
No,
a
I'm
hat.
looking.
Oh, but I already have it.
Now, children, just a moment here. I'm all for celebrating your victory, but I really don't think butchering the fallen enemy is the right course of action.
But we're
Seems
hungry, sir.
You found yourselves all the way out here without bringing any food?
I'm starving.
I
Well,
wonder
it's not that
whose
we don't have food.
problem is it? I wonder whose
Well,
idea
We
was it?
have
well,
s'mores.
I suppose we should go off on a proper hunt then.
Oh, I should warn you,
ourselves a-
sir, that there are goblins on our tail.
Are there?
Yeah, there are.
Are they?
Maybe.
Someone
Goblins on
decided.
your from that camp over to the west.
No, it's on the north. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, the west.
Yes.
I
No.
didn't see what we just did.
Oh, I just came from there. I didn't see any goblins on their way here,
You don't
but
think they were maybe...
it is quite a large expanse of land. I suppose that could be the case. Right. Best we keep moving then.
Where do you live?
Myself,
Asking the right question.
I
in the middle
hail
of nowhere.
from. Shoot. What is the name of that?
That is, Valen, you speak
Maybe
a
he
valid
knows
point.
my father.
Oh, sir, what are you doing in
Well-
these bloody forests?
I actually hail from Winterhaven, up in the north, but that's not why I'm down here. You see, well, we'll get into that. We should make camp soon. best to keep moving.
He's from Winterville. We gotta watch him.
Trying to find what the Minotaur would
I
have
sense
on it,
something
if
is
anything.
coming.
I want that skull.
It has an
There you go.
axe, right? It
Yeah.
had a giant battle axe
Yeah.
that it was
Can you
using.
carry
I want
that?
to take it. Put
So
it on
there is that.
Sebastian.
Can he?
Mhm.
I think he could carry that.
I can take it, put it on Sebastian, maybe sell it later.
Can I use that?
Yeah.
I don't think any
mean,
one of us could.
Dude, what weapon do you have?
It's like a great club.
Okay, I'll sell it to you.
So
Wow.
a
You got
battle axe
knocked
is a
out.
martial
You
weapon,
did.
so none of you are going to be proficient in using it. And
I want to take it so I can sell it later.
Oh, hey, Crystal, look.
I'm sorry, great axe. Yeah, weighs
Oh.
7 pounds.
That's fine.
Dang.
Really?
It weighs 7 pounds. And
Yeah,
it's
I want to put it on Sebastian.
probably taller than you are.
I want to pull it and put it on Sebastian.
Okay.
Don't hurt the donkey while
But
you
put
do
it on
that.
Sebastian under my property.
Oh, Valen, be careful with
Oh.
that.
Battles on.
No.
Alright.
What kind of battle axe? Like, can I
Great
Valen's inspecting it. She's inspecting it. Like, what is it worth?
What do you see in it, Valen?
Money.
Kind of trying to figure. Well, I see money. I'm trying to see money. I'm trying to figure out how much it's worth.
Make an intelligence check.
Wow, so
Two.
you buy yourself
$3
like a little-
million.
No, I mean,
We could retire.
you know,
happy.
it's probably expensive since it's made out of a lot of metal, but you don't know how much.
Okay.
Might be enchanted.
It's not worth anything.
But it's not.
Put
It's
it on
not.
Sebastian.
It's not like particularly fancy or anything. It doesn't have any interest.
It's something.
in
Just a
carving.
rust-
It's a very
just a rusty
Put
basic,
it on him.
Just a battle axe.
great axe.
Great axe. Okay.
Yep. There is, in fact, a difference.
These are good erasers.
Oh, you put people's names next to what they actually own.
You
put-
were knocked out
Wow.
too, alright?
I'm sorry, so we never got your name.
Oh, sorry. My name was Kaldrim.
Oh, I think we did get your name.
You just
Kaldrim Ren
like it.
Fasharash. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Could you spell that?
Yes, I believe in common that would start with a C.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Aeldrin.
And I can't spell.
That is great common.
Thank you. I've been speaking it my whole life.
I'm gonna agree that was quite not a question, or a statement. Valen, quite true.
Saying it's Elvin.
You know how she is about.
Yes, and your self being a dwarven child, do you speak primarily dwarven?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
That's what I thought.
Can we hear a little bit of that?
Anyways,
It's like the sound of two stones just clanking.
so with this rumor of goblins on your tail, I think that all the more reason we should press forth towards the east.
Absolutely.
What should they use?
Well, the direction we should have gone to from to in the beginning.
Well, you see, I know a large lake there.
Can't really see. No.
He's gonna drown us.
It is on the map.
Secret cabin.
That's good.
I was headed for Lucky Pond Camp. It's on the other side of the lake. And it's a fairly nice facility. I mean, it's no village, town or anything, but a couple of friends of mine, locals and people from all over. It's a spot, you know, kind of a park area, if you will.
Sounds dazzling.
But I planned on stopping there and resupplying for heading on home. Well, no, I guess I wouldn't be going home. I actually have business to the south.
The sound.
Anyways,
Sir Keldrin,
yes.
do you by any means have a map? See, we are trying to get somewhere, and it's kind of far, and and this we just got out and we almost died. And
This is.
and I would like.
Oh, I see. Yes, you're in need of some direction. I suppose.
Or can you just please mark
We have some-
in our map just where
See,
not
'cause-
to go?
We are on a mission because we want to save our parents,
Your
and
parents.
it's taking
Oh,
a long
goodness.
time.
Okay, can I? Okay. Well, listen, our parents
I
are
see.
most likely to, but it'd mean the world to Valentine if you just said,
So,
you know, if you
Tell
don't.
her they're dead.
Are you
so
just-
we
No,
can go home.
don't say that.
Are you all-
Pressure.
looking for your parents?
Have my business.
So to speak.
My father.
Oh,
I think
goodness.
so.
I have to say, I thought you were some
I
form
know
of,
where my
formal
mom is.
organization going on here, but just
We are
orphans
little
out.
Ciders.
We are scouts from the Sacred Springs.
Oh, Sacred Springs! Oh,
Yes,
dainty little town. I love stopping by there every once in a while.
Oof.
Oh,
I got some
good
bad
places. What?
news. Got some really bad.
Oh no, what happened?
I need to see
Uh,
Brooks.
Well, we were attacked by orcs. You see, the town is
Yes, orcs.
in Desiree.
Yes, I have heard
Why
stories
is
of
it so
the
messy?
orc raids in the area recently. Most unfortunate, most unfortunate. So your parents went missing during a orc raid, I take it?
Yes, we believe they've been kidnapped by the orcs.
And you're headed to save them all by yourselves. Most commendable.
Well,
Most
I thought so
commendable.
myself.
Yes, yes.
Well, not all by ourselves. We have a magic dragon helping us.
Magic dragon, you say?
Forgive my friend. For you see, we've just battled a minotaur. A centaur.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
You would have-
Excuse.
What's this?
Yes. I have no reason to doubt your combat capabilities at this point. Though it could use a bit of refinement, I'm sure.
Okay, he's not here. It's
Anyways,
mine now.
I don't really have a good map on me. I keep a sheet of a few notes of like how distance between here and there, and just measure it myself. I mostly travel by the stars, navigation, all that.
How does that work?
Well, you see,
Please go into full detail.
in the night when you see the stars, they tend, well, not to move, such as birds and all that. And one in particular, I can point it out to you at night. It'd make more sense then, but it's doable. Let me just put it that way. I'd be happy to show you later.
I knew that already. I could have told
want
you
to
about
know.
Yeah, well, you know what? We've got a bit of distance to cover, so if we head on our way, I'd be happy to teach you some stuff along the way.
Let's try.
I took Brooks' javelin, so we all know.
He is technically still here, just not.
It's in my hand,
Oh,
so it's mine.
hey, I'm not.
She's borrowing Brooke's javelin. That's funny.
You said I could have it.
So if I can have this, say nothing at all. Thank you.
God, catch me first. I'm the donkey.
Alright, so Keldrin is indicating heading straight east. Everybody on board with that?
Yes, is
Isn't it
that
going
So
back
you're
home?
here? No, that home is west.
okay? I was gonna ask if
East towards here.
That's the direction I wanted to go in the beginning. So.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, wish granted, Valin.
That's north?
You need to be going north.
No, that's north.
So the map is
It's this
facing
way. So north is that way.
Yeah, you want to go straight
East,
north
east.
from where you
Yeah,
are
no,
into more
She's right.
haunted woods.
East is that way.
So this is east.
Yeah.
Am I holding that backwards?
If
Let
this
me
is north,
make
Exactly.
a
this is
very.
east.
Yeah, I know he's right.
Okay, west
Which
then.
way is north?
This north is this way.
North is towards
Then
my-
that's west.
Yeah.
Okay, west then.
Yeah, that is west. You're right. Yeah, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't want to go back
east.
home.
I thought you said west.
Okay, I made one here so that we know that's how it points.
So we're going.
I'm looking at it upside down. This is hard.
West.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Do we get to? We're going like a steady pace, or?
So he's not gonna let us cut the skull up this thing?
Have we done this?
I wanted to make burgers.
I don't think it's on lettuce.
We killed
So
the damn thing.
it's a tradition in Sacred Spring to take a trophy
Yeah,
After a hunt.
after a hunt.
each of us.
Well, I can certainly understand that. I'd just be quick about it.
Let's do it. He's gonna be quick.
We all bash.
He just kind of stands there and says, "Fascinating."
Just blood
culture they have.
splattering on us.
How many burgers did we get?
Wow, the real monsters, really.
Okay, but seriously, how many burgers did we get off of the whatever that thing was?
I'm officially vegetarian again.
We're survivors, okay? This winter isn't gonna kill us.
It's like it's Lord of the Flies all over again.
Right?
So what did we get out of that? Besides pure joy.
3.
3 burgers apiece, or 3 burgers total?
3.
Oh, okay.
3
A
burgers?
piece?
3.
Okay.
It has
Three
like
burgers
no
apiece.
meat on it?
You got 3.
You 3 can have these abominable burgers.
You're in a rush and not butchers.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna
So we're just gonna put them in.
Butchers of men.
Who's gonna keep the 3? Did you?
I put 'em on the
did you know?
napkin.
Okay, that's good.
Me and Dad will get one. A piece.
With the axe.
Okay.
All right. Well, shall we be off then?
Can I take the horn?
I wanted the
horn.
horn.
I figured that's what you were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I asked for it first.
You asked the Minotaur for a horn?
It has 2 horns.
I wanted the whole skull
Oh.
to make a hat out of it.
Okay. Do we put the head in the?
She wants the skull.
So
Do I get the skull?
we sever the head and we put the head in
wait,
the donkey.
yeah.
Can I just
Okay.
say our characters were lawful good? Is that
Oh, we don't know. We don't know how.
was that
terrible
the, no?
of-
But I believe that was a thing.
What are the laws regarding the Minotaurs?
We're completely oblivious here. We don't know that we're doing.
It's half
wrong.
human. I'm pretty sure this counts as murder.
He attacked us. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
We're going to have a serious talk about ethics when
Mm.
we get to camp.
So is that a yes on the skull or no on the skull? I need.
If you take the skull, you have a skull.
Let me take this
Okay, I got the skull. I'm putting
Can I
that
have-
under.
Can I have the second
Miri.
horn?
I'll take
No, I'm taking the whole skull.
They're
you
attached
got the great
to the
ass.
skull.
I'm not bargaining
Now
with
we're
you here.
friends.
I'm
You
gonna-
got a whole great ass.
I'm gonna take the tail.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear it.
Have a tail?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they
All right, let's go. I got what I
Let's show
wanted.
those two.
All right.
Okay.
Mine's
Okay.
special.
1 Minotaur tail.
I have a Minotaur tail.
Okay,
If you're
so
lucky, you can use it in a potion.
I'm gonna wear it on my head, and I'm not gonna hear any more of the sass coming out of you people.
You're gonna get an infestation.
moving on. You head out and another 2 hours into the next hex.
Oh, she's good.
Thank you.
Where the haunted woods slowly disperse
Okay.
and you reach open meadows once again with nice familiar green.
How much time
actually-
has gone by?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
So, okay, so now it's hour 6.
It's not so green, it's winter. Okay. Brown and dying grass.
We have 2 more hours.
That's enough.
And ahead of you, you see the start of a large lake.
Oh, do we have to fill out our water sacks?
In the Lucky Lake shore.
Good question.
Lake water usually isn't good.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
River water's better.
But it's not moving, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
There's fish pee in that.
So do you guys like say this out loud? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
This,
Well, if I may, I wouldn't recommend taking water from this side. Over at camp, there is a small stream that would be much
small
better.
stream. Okay.
Yeah. It's not much further. We should be able to get there by sundown.
All right.
Anyways, let's
Where are
see.
we going?
Can I look around, by the way? Can I just perception check?
Yeah,
Anything?
sure.
Okay. Perception check, I guess. If I see anything close to or by the lake
Oh, we're
or
leaving a
something.
trail of blood behind us because we brought the skull.
20!
He sees it all. He sees the cat. He has the 3-eyed raven.
Oh no! Do you really want him to be the 3-eyed raven?
So, yeah, you look around, take in your surroundings, and you see,
A lake.
again, just really flat grasslands, long, now dying grass. It looks like there was a light dusting of snow nearby. You've kind of you're past the tree line by now. So there's almost no trees. Every once in a while, a small cluster of small shrubbery. And then the lake itself, which is very calm waters because there's almost no wind right now. Kind of towards the northern side of it, you see a cluster of what do we got? 3 scarecrows just planted in, and you don't see any other outbuildings or indication of a field. Just 3 scarecrows in the ground, just chilling.
So they
Why
should
not?
be somebody's trying to protect their crops. Look, there's scarecrows, guys.
Those were pretty.
Where are the crops?
It's winter.
Who lives
Is it?
there?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think those were there last time. Huh.
Really?
They're monsters.
Maybe I'll have to check those out at some point.
When was the
gonna go
last
track
time
them
you were by here, sir?
Oh, that's what might have been 2 years ago.
Oh boy.
I do a lot of traveling in my profession.
That is plenty of time to set up some scarecrows.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
2 years?
Indeed.
I know.
I don't know.
In fact, someone could have made a whole army of scarecrows at that time.
I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't give him ideas.
It's true.
Write that down. Army of scarecrows.
No.
It sounds
I'm not fighting an army of scarecrows,
sounds
guys.
like a title of a book.
That's why I put my limit.
Scarecrows.
That does. Write it. Come back to us when
Absolutely.
when you have the draft.
Well, I shall write a song, I said.
No.
Well, I'll play it right now.
Oh, do you write songs?
No.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, I would love to hear one.
Oh,
Certainly break
I
up
bet
the
you
monotony. Certainly break up the monotony of our march over to camp.
I'm gonna take
Well,
that
it's like a
minotaur
murder
skull and
crows.
squish it onto my head. Blood everywhere. There's
can I
still brain in
approach
here.
the scarecrows?
But steal its
Oh,
clothes.
they're
They're way far.
way over there, and you're heading in the other way around.
Okay. Okay.
And he still runs after them. We're just like, ah.
All right.
So you could, but it's
We
not the
all need
direction that
Sure.
Keldrin is headed. So
Okay. So do we just
Okay.
keep moving on?
It's like, why are you
That's a
helping
disappointing
us?
20.
He's gonna eat us.
well, I am a cleric, so it's part of the job description, helping out those in need. All that. What's so funny?
How goes the clay?
All right.
You know something about clerics that I don't?
Nope, not a damn thing.
She's studying to be a cleric.
No, I'm not.
She is.
Really?
She always takes care of
It's a
me.
noble
Sure.
calling. Noble
You're the
calling.
only one.
She loves the
She's my own personal cleric.
Perhaps
Yes.
I will have to show you little tricks of the trade, as it were, when we reach the camp. For instance, did you know that since the disappearance of the gods, clerics have all had to turn to other sources for their magic?
And what's
Yeah.
yours, sir?
Yeah, good question.
I am devoted to an archfey magic. Kindle of the Forge, it's called.
Oh. I know a lot about that, but Balin doesn't. Can you just
Probably.
explain to Balin?
I played.
You don't you history? You should know. History, the book.
I played
Balin,
Dragon Age. I
please,
know about
Balin.
Across the fame, man.
No one knows what this Dragon Age is.
No, but you have history. You read all the books, so you can do a check and know what's up.
So certainly you would know something of the Fey ancestry of the elves, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. But for those of us who don't.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed, of course. I forget I'm among mixed
Noble
company
line
here.
Fae.
We don't know that.
I do.
You have to excuse me. It's been a while since, given a history lesson, as it were. Let's see. So, how much do you know about the world in which you live?
Everything.
There's swords in
We
it.
come from a small town.
And there's
Yes.
swords.
Not
Yes.
much.
I figured as much. All right, so I want you to imagine an island, right? Except a very large island, so like we call it a continent, right? That's you're on said continent, the vast oceans on the other side. Well, if you take that all together, that is the material world in which you live. There are other planes of existence. And you can't travel there simply by walking or riding a ship. Only by means of magic can one get there. And such a plane called the Feywild is said to be the original home of the elves. I myself am not old enough to remember if that would be true or not, but, that's where they say we came from. I tend to believe my grandmother when she tells me these things.
Your grandmother.
How old is your grandma?
Oh, well, she's no longer with us, unfortunately.
What was
But
her name?
300.
well, I always called her Granny, but I suppose her
The great elf granny.
first... Really? Really?
Great elf granny.
Yes, think of character names on the spot, Michael.
Your gran would be so upset with you for not knowing her name.
You're terrible. What's her name?
I
A
see.
valid answer would have been, that's not important.
Not important.
Like, it's bad enough coming up with, characters' names, but you want the character's grandma's name? Why? Luckily, it just so happens I have it right here.
Written down just in case you forget.
That's great.
Was it Marie?
No.
The elven cleric takes out his iPad.
Let me see. I think I have
Let me
her.
refer to my notes.
Right
Her name was Jarsali. She's a very kind woman. Yes.
Josh Sully.
Yes. With was it G? No. Wrong alphabet. J. Yes. Jarsali. Anyways, yes. She's actually the one who guided me towards becoming a cleric. But anyways, where was I? Yes. Other planes of existence. So, in the Feywild, it's a magical place. The plants themselves are almost living, breathing things that move about and have thoughts and feelings of their own.
Like Pokemon.
Did you go there when you died?
Is this Pokemon stick up here?
No. That's something entirely different. This is just like another continent or another town that you could go visit and active and vibrant living beings there, but in a different method of travel to get there.
We meant those mushrooms.
I sure did.
So, anyways, it is just a magical but less organized place, let's put it that way. I'm sure you know that here you have your systems of government and your countries and whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Such things do not exist in the Feywild. There are only the great Fey, whose power comes from their sheer magical essence, and they have dominion over, well, whatever it is they can control. Some more than others. And Kindle of the Forge, he doesn't really get involved with the politics and the ruling and the minutiae of it. He forges, hence the name. They're a bit literal there, much like the human names of towns around here. But So he tends to be in alliance, if you will, with a lot of the other greater Fae there, and provide weapons and equipment for them. It's very interesting stuff. But what I do is in part, I work for him. Right? Not so much in the same way an employee might work at a job day in and day out, but occasionally he'll have a task for me, and I go and I take care of it, and in return, he releases to me some just tiny portion of his magic, and that's what allows me to cast my spells.
That's incredible.
You forge a sword?
He does, yes. In fact, he forged this one here.
Mine!
and he pulls out and he shows you his very fanciful sword, which you all can take a look at the picture there.
Who'd you have to kill to get that?
That's a Sephiroth sword.
No one. It was a gift from Kindle himself.
It goes on for
What kinds of
miles.
tasks does it have you do?
Well, I will admit, occasionally, yes, it is to slay some vile beast.
Have you killed somebody?
We just killed that Minotaur.
Well, no one that you would really consider a thinking person, you know, lesser beasts, monsters, and vicious.
Like a folk
Evil
hero.
No. But quite often, what he has me do is go gather materials.
Do you like it?
Oh, I do love it. But that is not my full-time job. Right.
What?
That is merely
No.
maybe not a perk of the job. What would be the opposite of the perk? Just a requirement. Right? It's a trade-off. I occasionally have to do these favors for him, and in return he grants me magical abilities that allow me to carry out my work here. No, I am part of a vastly different organization.
I like it.
What organization?
Well, it's not so much a church as it is a sort of an adventurers guild, but it's not a guild of adventurers. It is the guild for adventurers. I've never had a formal name for it. It's
The Adventure's
kind of an informal thing. You see, you may have heard stories about epic heroes who go on a great quest, right, to go off and fight a great evil and save the world and all of that. Fanciful tales, of course. But every once in a while, they do have a bit of truth to them. But one of the key elements that we provide is the source of the treasure. See, they go off into this abandoned dungeon, the lair of some demon beast, and just so happens they stumble upon a magical sword that lets them kill the thing. Do you ever ask yourself who put that there?
I thought
No,
someone
'cause-
died there.
Because I know it, but I'm sure they don't.
Ah, yes.
Why would you? Why?
So it is our sacred duty to equip the heroes, to make sure that they will find what they need when they need it most.
You don't want to.
That's a pretty cool job.
No, it's a terrible job. I want the stuff. I'm not gonna give it away.
I know where
Well,
to
I mean-
find the stuff.
Of course, I'm well enough equipped
Well, like
on my own, you know. But yes, we gather additional resources and we go out and we plant them in, chests and in hidden rooms
I
and
love-
secret passages off to the side where
you.
only the most inquisitive and brave of heroes would bother even looking.
Oh, I'll bother looking.
After they
Oh,
break
I'm sure you
all
would.
the bases. All the bases.
I love to think that there are people out there putting treasures out for me.
This is ridiculous. He's like Santa Claus.
You are Santa Claus.
I've never heard of this
Me
creature.
neither.
He
Who
is
is this?
Santa Claus.
I think you're right. I've never heard
Is
of
it
this.
old Sacred Springs myth?
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, yes, I see. One of the local tales.
Of Saint Claus.
Indeed.
Yes.
Saint Claus.
I must spend more time there. It's usually an in and out kind of a visit. But yes, I stop in, get a burger,
No.
off the secret menu.
We have Minotaur burgers.
Get some Angus beef.
I just wondered if Sacred Springs is a whorehouse.
No.
A brothel.
A brothel is so.
No, they have the springs.
The spring mattresses.
No, the hot springs.
Oh yeah, that's
yes.
what they're known for.
The hots for spring
The
mattresses.
yeah.
Sacred springs make a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Is that how they make their revenue? You guys think?
I don't know.
Didn't we go over this like the first day?
No.
I think they're a
Called
vacation.
Sacred Springs. They have hot
place.
springs at the base of the mountain, like the,
Yeah, they have the
whole-
hot springs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have the
They also-
hot springs.
They also run ads.
At least that's what they told us.
Children are not allowed there.
Uh,
Have you been up there, Baron?
I've tried.
You tried.
They catch you.
Oh, but you did not find no purchase.
That doesn't meet the height requirement.
I was too small, couldn't see.
okay. Well, so you get around to the sort of the bottom edge of the lake, and
I
so
like
we're
his
here,
character.
right? Going into
He's got
this section. So another 2 hours.
Let's skip some rocks.
Alright, that's it then. That's it for the day.
Oh, it
It's
is.
over. Another 2 hours.
Alright, 2 hours.
You are getting tuckered out, but luckily we have reached the destination.
We don't get no foraging.
He has the biggest sword I've ever seen. Besides that other guy.
Mhm. Well, did you guys want to forage along the way? I mean,
Yeah, I like to forge.
I've been
we
kinda
haven't
engaging
forged.
in a conversation, but if
Yeah, we haven't forged successfully, so I would like to forge.
We have 3 burgers.
okay, yeah. So make 2 foraging checks, one for each hex that we've been in.
Okay.
13. 6.
Well,
6.
here you go, guys. Which ones do you guys want?
Red.
16. Matters. Let me see for that.
14 and 11.
You got a 9.
I got a 16 and 11.
So
Okay, who beat?
13 and then a 6.
You got a 9.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Oh. Never mind.
I found a great sword that this guy just dropped.
Okay, so DC is 10, so you guys found something there. If you... Did you do both?
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't succeed either one. Okay, so then you're gonna have to eat something
Okay. I'll eat some of the rations.
or Minotaur burger, or is it?
No, it's my
I
Minotaur
would like a
burger.
Minotaur burger.
One is yours,
Okay.
and then the
Yeah.
other one, I guess, you guys are gonna have to fight over.
To
you want this one?
guys.
I want nothing to do with your Minotaur burgers.
I earned that Minotaur burger.
You earned the Minotaur.
We earned it.
Okay. I'll take the third one. Can I take one of
Oh,
those
yeah.
Minotaur burgers now?
I think Rook's gonna want that one.
Well, that's about it.
He's not here.
Who he is here. He's just not talking.
He's not here with us
See what you found.
anymore. Did you take the
let's
rest?
say-
Wait. Okay.
Have you guys noticed the Rook has been really quiet
He
since
has
the
been so
Minotaur?
quiet. See?
Say pheasant.
Ooh, that's it. It's a little
Yeah.
crazy.
You encountered a pack of some pheasants.
Kill
Are you gonna kill him?
him. Yeah.
He's gonna kill him.
That's what in your foraging. That's what you
Yeah.
gather. Yep.
Okay.
Pheasants.
Okay, the Minotaur burgers are gone.
What?
We ate the Minotaur burgers.
Well, we're going had to eat, right? No?
No. If you don't succeed on the forage
Right.
roll, then you
Oh.
have to consume food
Okay, so
from
then just one.
I mean,
That's
what's
already
the,
packed.
okay, yeah,
Burger
but
or something.
what is a success?
10 or higher.
Turn a higher? Oh, then I'm good. I have
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
6,
So
yeah.
only he didn't.
Only,
Oh,
okay.
he had to eat. Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the one that failed. It's just combined, you guys didn't find enough to feed everybody.
Okay.
So
One
you also
burger
have to
is
dig
gone.
into a portion. So that
Okay.
either
Just give him a small.
not small doesn't count.
We're all eating like Minotaur burgers and like.
No, you guys still have 2 minutes.
Wait, sorry. We're all eating like pheasants and like
Mm.
you're over there with your s'more.
No, a Minotaur.
He's eating one of the burgers.
But yeah, the rest of you have some pheasant.
This seems unfair.
Warning me on.
Okay, so you then finally reach the Lucky Pond camp, and any of you, like in real life, been camping at like a forest,
Yes.
park kind of place?
See.
Kind of.
Twice.
Indiana Jones, what?
Dunes.
Oh, Indiana Jones. Yeah, he said Jones. I'm like, I don't think he was camping in the forest. Man.
Oh yes, of course.
No.
Indiana Jones. I've read that book. Yes.
Yeah.
Quite a tale.
It's
Alright, so similar, you've got like a few log cabins, some wooden pavilions out, and just kind of some cleared spaces there near the edge of the lake. It is very, very lightly forested. Well, there's some trees around, say that.
a double tree.
There's a double tree. You know, 2 like small birches that are kind of like growing right next to each other, and get like this much space in between them. Yeah, one of those. A couple of fire pit areas with stones all placed around them. A lean-to with some already pre-cut firewood that seems to have been sitting there for.
So the camp is set already.
Season. Sort of. Depends on. I mean, there's places where you could set up a tent. There are.
Right. That's right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start setting up camp.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to train.
So, Keldrin actually goes over to one of the cabins and he knocks on the door. Hello? What? Hello? Opens it up. Ah! Oh, good. This one's open.
Is that your
He
grandma?
kind
He's dead.
Oh, I feel
He
awful.
said she was dead. You didn't.
No one
Bring up
owns
his dead
these.
grandma.
It's more of a community resource, so it's just a shelter from the weather, you know. They've got it's like 3 cots in here and a shelf, you know.
There could be fleas in there. I want to
yeah.
sleep in there.
But there is enough floor space that we can set up some additional bedding
Do we have?
if you'd rather stay in
Bedrooms?
here for the night.
I want to
Then
set up a tent
setting up the
inside
tent?
the place.
What?
It's dirty in there.
So here's the thing about your tents, right? They're not modern pop-up tents.
Yeah.
You kind of need to stake them out
Yeah.
in order to stay up, or run a line, or something.
And I do that.
Here we have a great business.
What are you
idea.
attaching it to?
Stuff.
Windows.
You either tie
Yeah,
a post,
I take the
or you
boards
tie it to a
and I
tree,
put them like
or
this,
stakes,
and then I
or
put the
something.
blanket on top of it, and then I go in the corner.
Do you remember that DoubleTree outside?
Okay.
I'm gonna set up a cot up there.
Set
I'm
up a
gonna put
little
the hammock up there.
Set up a tent there.
hammock.
Yeah.
There is a thing you can do. That some people that hammock camp, they set up their hammock,
Yeah.
and then higher up they set up another ridge line with a tarp hanging over that, so you kind of have
Oh.
an A-frame tent
Yeah.
just over your hammock.
I do
using
that
the same trees.
inside The
But what do you attach it to?
walls.
Let me see that equipment list.
Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that.
I was gonna say, like, you need like nails or,
I'm not
or
doing that.
Daggers.
something to
I don't
pound
have, I don't have
into
time
the
for
wall.
this.
It's not that I mind. It's just I don't see how that's doable.
I'll
You
draw
have a
you-
cabin.
I'll draw you a picture.
Like, I'm trying to give you better stuff. I'm like, no, I was gonna set up a tent inside the cabin. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Even better.
Yes.
You don't know what's in that cabin. It could have rats.
I want to look around.
Wait a minute. Is
See what
there
I just want to observe and see what I.
is there a
around me.
pouch in there?
No.
There's 3 cots
3 cots and a shelf.
and a shelf. We're putting Valen on the shelf. Elf on the shelf.
I'm looking around. I want to know where all the exits are. Who's in there? What's in there? I want to know all that.
Valen's the dwarf.
I know, but she's small enough to be.
We're just trying to put it up on the shelf.
Okay, looking around in the cabin?
Mhm.
Okay, make a perception check.
17.
17. Look around and you find 3 cots and this one has an extra blanket under it.
Ooh.
And the shelf cleared of everything except somebody left their fork here.
Yeah.
And in the other corner is looks like a tan hockey puck. No, you don't know what hockey is. It's some kind of a biscuit, but it's hard as a rock.
Does it look valuable?
Stick.
No, not at all. The opposite of valuable. You will look poorer for having it on your person.
Yeah.
Maybe you can eat it. Maybe it's a Totino.
Somebody load up my plate.
It's a cookie. What am I doing with this?
Extra.
Load it up, please.
Oh, you want more?
Yeah.
Had a bigger plate.
Okay.
Yeah, this really only fits like 2.
The bigger one.
You're not trying hard enough. All right.
Do we have downtime?
Yes.
I want to ask
time,
the cleric guy to show me how to use the swords.
Okay. Would anybody else like to join in the
Yes.
swords training?
Yes, I wanted to train.
Do you have any books?
Wait, who's training us? We're just training by ourselves?
Books.
No, I asked him if he would train.
Yes.
I broke it.
Can't have nice things.
What would he have on? Because, like, clerics don't need a spell book.
I have a javelin
He,
that is totally mine.
but you know what? Let's say yes. He does have a book about magic.
I should like to read it.
He will gladly let you read it. Do you speak and read Elven?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a half elf.
There you go. It's
You're a
it's written in Elven.
What?
You didn't know that?
No. I thought you were full elf.
He had been like trying to hide his ears sometimes.
The hat.
So
And the hair.
Oh yeah, I always wear my hat. No one can see my ears.
You have little kitty bobbers on this. You have a ladybug hat.
Yeah, I like my ladybug.
Okay, so here's what's going down. You're learning about magic. The 3 of you are learning swordplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll have you like carve up some sticks and makeshift wooden swords to practice with.
Can I use my shield with this training? I'd like to use it.
Like partway through, he'll introduce that. You do some like basics without, and then he'll show you some things you can do with it.
Quite cool.
So you guys will, at the end of the night, gain some basic proficiency with short sword.
What do we...
And with that,
A slug.
an eraser. Yeah, but it's shaped like a newt. No, it's
That's it, I think.
what were those called? Slivers? The magic cards. That the more you have of them, each of them has like some
slivers.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. I think so. Doesn't it kind of look like them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drop slugs at some point.
It's a slug.
Have
Probably
you seen
was.
this upper Dominaria?
The what?
Dominaria.
9
The new
3/4 is
magic
at
set.
Union Station.
Oh,
I don't know if you
I took a
played, but...
picture of it.
Really?
No, the last
Not a real
one I saw
one.
was the
Maybe it is.
Imhotep one.
Oh, yeah. Emma.
Amoket, that's it.
I didn't try going through it.
No, the good one
Okay.
that I already started recording. We're already diverging.
Oh.
But no, the one I really want to get into is the new Unchained. Or
Oh, yeah.
the new Unset, because it's like mad science gone wrong, and it looks super crazy fun. I want to get some of those just for
I
fun.
want to get back to the Magic so bad.
I want to have the
What
money
is that,
to get back into
Pilgrim?
Magic. So after sword exercises, he teaches you this card game.
Man, he's got a lot of time on his hands.
Well, he does spend a lot of time on the road, so you know,
He knows things.
he knows things.
Oh,
He does 2 things. He drinks and he knows things.
Here.
Does that make him king?
I think so.
Anyways, so you do some training with the sword. That's basically your evening. Enough to get proficiency with short swords. So if you don't already have proficiency with short swords, you are now proficient with a short sword.
Oh boy.
Where do we write this?
Where do I place this?
Short sword.
Some of those other proficiencies. It's at the top of one of the pages, maybe 5. Wherever newly put horse. Yeah, proficiencies. There we go.
the horse that is dragging.
Top
Wow.
page 5. Proficiencies. Short sword. Those of you that read a magic book, I came up with a title. What was it?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Broken Promises, Pact Magic and You.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that sounds like a good read. Give me the clip notes on that.
It does.
What is that?
It sounds like barf.
Oh,
Great.
wonderful.
So this book tells you all about how to form pacts with greater magical beings and get them to give you magic powers. So, which is not only the essence of the warlock class, but also how certain clerics would be getting their magic as well.
Yes.
Let's go sell our souls.
Let's do it. I don't need shoes.
So you, so Lyle, you so do you spend like the whole evening poring over this?
Sure.
Do-
As long as they're doing their thing. So
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Whole evening.
they're spending the whole night.
Okay.
How in do you want to get?
Yeah.
Do you try anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Let's do this.
All right.
Yeah.
I love how
So
the open cleric is like, here, have this dangerous book, young child.
Maybe
Fae,
he's gonna do anything with it.
Oh, well.
Fiend, or Great Old One?
Green old.
Great Old One. I figured. All right. That's going to be a little more challenging since
You're sick.
he well
He's a
That.
little older, he's like 9.
that.
Oh, well,
No,
he's 9.
Kildren's notes seem to be centered around Faye, so he's got like some handwritten notes in it. And you're like, oh, it's a used copy. But, wait, hold on. So make an Arcana check that you are now proficient in.
Yay!
For the cards.
6.
Not even, it's a 4.
Almost 2.
Oh, there you go.
Not even it's a 4.
Unfortunate, isn't that? Let's see. All right.
You're like, sparks.
I don't think he was thinking.
I would.
Just a glimmer.
Let's see. I
The
need.
wind blows in a direction.
Yeah.
Thought I had more specific. Hang on. We're looking at Warlocks here. Pack magic mishap. That's what we want. Okay.
Alright.
What goes poorly?
I die.
No, it's much more interesting here.
Sucked into a different dimension.
So you may start
Madness.
looking at yes.
Madness.
It's a great old one. What'd you expect? So you do get something out of this though. You don't get something for you don't get nothing for something.
Yep,
I don't
something
know,
for nothing.
however that goes, but backwards.
Yep.
Right? You're not punished for no good reason. So select a cantrip from the Warlock spell list that you'll be able to. I think you can pull that up, or I can pull it up here.
Yeah, I got it. Super my phone's not dead. What level?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, just
So check the
Gotcha.
Warlock spell list. It'll give you a list of the cantrips you can pick from. You can learn one of those.
Warlock spells.
And we'll talk. I'll get to how often you can actually use it because it won't be
Cantrip.
unlimited like cantrips are at full levels. But then I gotta find me a madness table. I thought I put it on my notes here somewhere.
How about Eldritch Blast?
That would be very appropriate. It's like the number one
Yeah.
Warlock cantrip. Since I'm pretty sure like half the Warlock ability is key off of making Eldritch Blast better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'd be good. I don't know where that table would be. I really should have copied it and put it in here. Okay, so while I continue looking that up, what?
I'm about to get a little kooky for Cocoa Puffs.
He went digging and meddling with things man ought not.
Wait, what exactly did you do?
Tried to perform a summoning, and it didn't go very well.
Okay.
Just right
I
there in the
peered-
room?
Yeah. Peered into things that you should not peer into. It stared back and
Okay. Well,
Yeah, when you
Okay.
stare into
lose
the
a
abyss,
little bit.
Oh, so.
it stares back.
Was it the Eye of Sauron? Did you know what we are? Did we move at the ring race summit?
Yes, Rhoda.
Yep, basically.
Why'd you do that?
Because he could.
That's his human side getting the best things.
Yeah. So what? I'll put it to you guys. Kind of. What else do you want to like talk about?
Rabbits.
How was your day?
Rabbits.
Rabbit stew. Does he know any good recipes?
He does actually. Secret ingredient: rosemary.
Oh. We should pick some up.
Okay, roll on indefinite madness table. Is that
He's
it?
so
No?
young.
You're just gonna focus on the.
Rabbit stew? Oh, yes.
You're not gonna ask him anything like clericiness.
On hit. Already fixed.
What made him want to be a
Or no,
cleric?
what do you
They're
have?
so
I was
mean.
thinking
He's just insulted.
that. I was gonna ask the same thing.
What were you gonna ask?
She says she's like, I was gonna
I
ask
was
the same
genuinely
thing.
gonna ask, like, what made you, what made you decide to be a cleric?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Is there a... Well... Okay.
Yeah.
But more in, like, Valent's 6-year-old voice.
Oh, no, woman. Boy. I've seen my parents.
I'm a little shit.
Oh, what did you She doesn't know that.
You actually said
She
it.
doesn't know that she's a little shit.
No, you can know that you're a little shit.
Yeah, but you usually don't admit it.
I plan to make a living out of it.
I remember being a child.
That's true.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's what the adults say. I love
Yeah. How did you become a cleric? Well, it's my grandmother really who got me into it.
Your
What was her name
grandmama.
again?
No. Hate you guys.
I need to start
Oh, my cleric takes out
Jarsali.
his iPad again.
Jarsali.
Aha. Yeah.
Tomes of books
No, I know it started with a J.
about magic. He remembers everything. His grandmother's name's too much.
No, that sounded right. It
Wasn't
started
something I
with a J.
prepared. Jeez.
You do this.
You try this sometime. Names are literally the hardest thing. I don't know what it is.
This is exactly why I have a list of names
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I keep with me in case things come up again.
Under
Exactly
other
right.
combat
You just look at the
stuff.
closest thing.
Names.
Her name was Goose. Goose
I
IPA
love-
Dolores.
No, it's under combat stuff because friendship is half the battle.
That's good.
And the other half is knowing?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
I like
Glad
that.
we finally cleared that up.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. That's a good one. Were you holding on to that joke? Is that why you put
Yes.
it there?
Okay. See, I always thought friendship was magic, but, you know.
No. No.
Alright. So, Grandma Jarsali. Who... She-
Of what family was she from?
What do you mean, of what?
What's your last
I
name?
think she
forgot your
was
last name.
an elf.
Asharash.
Asharash. Does she carry the same name?
Yes.
Yeah, interesting.
She was a devout believer in the old gods, so she was the one who really pressed the family into religious devotion, and gotta say we've had ups and downs as most families do, but I think that connection is really what held us together. So it's been a bit of a personal of a personal importance to me since then. But it gives a great source of purpose, just working for some other person, they're not necessarily any better than you,
You know exactly what you mean.
What?
right? But to be devoted to a being that knows more and can do more and can
For
be
you?
part of something bigger, that always gives me a sense of pride. But I don't think you always get out of anything else.
Sounds like you're
Did,
Say that?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
Sounds like you're a lackey, sir.
Oh, no, see, a lackey doesn't benefit from it. This is a relationship,
no,
right?
it sounds like you're
It-
like.
It's a partnership.
I read that somewhere.
That's an excellent word for it. Yes.
What would you
We
do if you could be in control?
I
Yeah, you know what? You should tell
Well,
your boss off.
Why? He gives
I
him
could
power.
be in control. Well, I am in some control. I don't have the power necessary to reshape everything around me. I can only do so much. And so being part of something, a larger organization that has purpose and can be organized and thus accomplish more. I mean, for instance, you and your friends together took down that Minotaur. I highly doubt any single one of you could have done so by yourself. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Yes.
Very true.
So it is that same kind of camaraderie that I found both as part of the church growing up, now as part of Kindle's group, I suppose. I'm not the only one that works with this Fae, and together we can accomplish a lot. So occasionally, yes, I go on a mission on my own. Occasionally we do have to group up and do something together. For instance, just the other decade, we took down a red dragon.
What?
Why would you do
On
such
the
a
other
thing?
Well,
I wasn't even doing
it was terrorizing the countryside on the other continent. Just on a burning rampage, fire breath everywhere. It's great.
Maybe he was getting
Horribly
a mouse
devastating.
problem.
Well, it was a problem, and it wasn't just the people there. There were a number of some of the Archfey who were quite upset about it. But I remember the Winter Queen. She was most peeved because this was happening in the middle of winter, and she prefers things to be cold, during which she's very stickler about the seasons. You see, so this area actually has special place in her heart. Yeah.
Just like that one buzzing on you.
What?
So now the Sacred Springs folk tale.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Of the faraway lands.
I know. And anyways, so she had reason to be like, this guy is upsetting the balance of temperature and whatnot, and you may see that as somewhat frivolous, but there were tons of lives at stake and such. And so we confronted the dragon, and we were able to talk him down and calm him and bring him some cookies and milk, and a good time was had by all, and eventually convinced him. I say convinced him, but it took some magical doing. Apparently some dark forces had taken hold of his mind, and we won't get into that. But suffice to say, we all came out congenial in the end.
But you didn't kill him.
No, there's no reason to.
Okay, cool. Alright, he's alive.
Yeah, see, not everything is solved by violence.
No, so cauldron.
I learned
Cauldron.
Okay.
Cauldron.
My apologies.
Cauldron.
And cauldron.
It's gonna stick.
Now, is there any dangers to being a cleric as opposed to dealing with powerful magic?
Oh, certainly. Every occupation, I suppose, has its hazards. But myself being on the road so often, and that's not cleric in nature per se. But yes, I encounter a great number of dangers. But again, the deal I have with Kindle is that he grants me powers to overcome such things.
Do you have to be religious?
Yeah, so did you have to be part of a cult in order to be able to use magic?
Yes.
No. There are lots of ways, paths to learn magic if you're so inclined. This is only one route. There are people who have studied it in a more academic sense, and they're able to just through the sheer study they have uncovered, I guess, the inner workings of the universe, you might say, and are able to manipulate the magic to some extent. But it is fraught with danger. That it's not fully understood, and it's kind of the nature of the magic at this point. But you must understand, children, when the gods disappeared, they took a lot of the rhyme and reason of the world with them. It's
Where
become.
did they go?
No one knows.
Narnia.
Why did they go?
No one knows that either.
I found the wardrobe.
It's just an unfortunate state of the world we find ourselves in. But back then, many people were devoted to a god or a patron of gods, and life was just more orderly. Magic was simple then.
Oh, they did.
You belonged to a group. You devoted yourself to an ideal, right? And it didn't necessarily mean you were stuck, right? It was not an enslavement. It was freedom. It truly was to be in such a relationship with someone where they trusted you with this power. Truly phenomenal. Truly phenomenal. And we have only a taste of that nowadays with these pacts with the Greater Fae and other such beings. I think this young man, you uncovered some of that stuff in the book you were reading.
How many Fae are there?
Oh, don't hide it. I can see it on your face. if you got something out of it, all the better. Just do promise me to be careful.
So,
Cracked smile. You know.
That twitchy eye.
Twitchy eye. Yeah.
Smoke on his eyebrows.
How many greater fae are there?
Oh, dozens. I suppose it depends on your definition of greater. Right, all levels of beings of power, and some would say, oh, there's only 12 of truly greater fae, and well, even the lesser ones, they're willing to make a bargain with someone, I'm sure.
When you make that bargain, is it for life?
Can be. Depends,
Or can you just
depends on the
agree
deal
on,
you
like,
make.
maybe
It's
trial run and then go on to some other ones and try them out before you make a decision.
it's a big commitment.
Is anyone
They
looking?
can.
Wait, where's the question? I wanted to know.
Oh, yes. And again, that'll be something that you work out with them. And you know what? You mentioned you had to go north, was it? Find your parents?
Yes.
Yes.
Find your bodies.
Unfortunately, I am needed towards the south. So we'll depart in the morning. But feel free to take this book with you, and you can study it. And it will explain more in detail of how you can set up a ritual meeting with a greater entity, and you will work out some of these details on your own.
Is there anyone, Mr. Cauldron? Kildren. Is there anyone, Mr. Kildren, up in the north that we can trust or have or get help from? Assistance. More like
Let's see. Do I know anyone?
that we could maybe mention your name,
Which was Cauldron.
which
Hash
was
browns.
Kildron.
Hash browns.
Let's see. I did know of an observatory up in the northern mountains once. I wonder if anyone would be there.
Maybe we
See,
can peek after the telescope.
Yes, you might try that.
At the observatory.
Certainly, I have visited there. So if you mention that you've spoken with me, that might help you meet someone of decent reputation, I suppose.
Is there anything you can give us for our journey?
Money.
I'm gonna give you besides books and training. I'm afraid I don't
Children after.
carry much on me.
Guilt trip.
Where do I get one of these?
Like, that's what's so important. That you must sound that you're gonna abandon. 5 children.
So I'm just a sooty little boy.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I want to know where you got the sword.
Off character, can I just say, like, to be fair, he just found us while we murdered a minotaurs. I think he thinks we're fine.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
"You're
Yeah.
It's like, they're fine.
Let me. You know what? Let me check the other cabin. Let's see if anyone left anything in there. So
A great sword. Full of rubies and diamonds.
he steps out and he goes over. Oh, yep, the old footlocker.
Smells like feet.
Smells
More
like
of a
locker.
lost and found box, if you will. Various spare supplies, a couple cloaks and found the source of the smell, someone's old shoes.
Ew.
I don't think anyone will be needing those.
I'll take it.
Wasn't somebody asking about a map earlier?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes.
Not for you.
Here's one. Oh. Probably use a bit of updating, I'm sure, but better than nothing. And you have a map of the region.
Yes. I'm add
Do
it
we
to my
unlock?
inventory map of the
Do we
region.
unlock some of this?
And yeah, why not? Let's just open this
Yes,
up.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Ask him where he got his sword so I can go get one. Just like
Something
it.
like
Mr.
this.
The
Kildren.
whole thing?
Oh.
We're lucky.
Where's Ciders?
Okay.
So we're right
So
here.
Sacred Springs was here.
yes.
You are at
Oh, okay.
here.
So we want to go
Lucky
back
Pond
this
Camp.
way
No,
Do
that's
we?
and
home.
go back here.
Go back home.
Up here. Here be parents. So think of this as a combination of the map
Right.
that he gives you and the map you have overlaid on each other.
Okay. Great.
Okay, you are now equipped with more information than you could possibly handle, which is the greatest weapon of all.
Also swords. Swords.
You interested in the sword?
This is the road.
No, we're
No.
interested in the sword.
That's the path
the
drawn
map.
on your copy.
Oh, the path
on-
our
from your
property.
original map.
Got it.
We're gonna get lost. It doesn't matter.
This is the road, like an actual road.
Oh, got it. That's the path of the dragon road for us.
Yes.
We should stick to the path the dragon gives.
Oh,
Absolutely.
gotcha.
Return of the Dragon.
Yep.
Sounds like a good book. Oh,
That wasn't a
song.
gunshot. That was someone making a sword.
Was it
So
marble?
What about these swords?
Now, Miri, was it?
Fireworks.
If you are truly interested in obtaining a blade such as this for your own, you have two options ahead of you. One,
Steal it.
That's my option.
you make a pact with Kindle of the Forge, and you have that be part of your stipulation, right? That he grants you a blade, such as he did me. Two, you pursue. Also, I would suggest a relationship with Kindle as well. But again, a cleric can be devoted to an ideal, not necessarily a single deity.
Also,
And-
I can have more than one friend.
Oh, yes. It's definitely possible. Might be a little tricky, but possible. And you devote yourself to the forge, and you can create a blade of your own.
Can I sell these blades?
Oh, yes, many do.
Oh, do you want
Money.
You sure?
Yes, very possible, very possible.
Okay.
See, the key is getting the skill set, and then from there you will forge not
This
not
is
just
another day.
weapons, but you will forge your own path to
This is
success.
another day, yes?
Yeah,
Do
this is
you
the
have
first
more
day.
than one
We're on
that
0
you're
hours.
with besides
Zero.
Kenny?
Oh, cool.
Myself, no.
What about your friends? What about your enemies?
Well, I'm afraid I don't sit and chat with my enemies about their patron devotion in great detail. But yes, I have a few friends who
Who may they be?
consort with a number of different greater fae. Yeah, so definitely possible. Can be a bit of a tricky balance when if those fae aren't very friendly with each other. You might be at conflicting odds, internally. But
So Calderon,
Someone-
have you ever heard of Alfredo?
Why would he know him?
yeah.
Oh,
He's been to the
Scout
Sacred
Captain.
Springs. Yeah.
A scout captain who might know Alfredo.
Is he dead?
No.
I thought he was back.
Alex is dead.
Who's Alex?
The missing guard.
That's fine.
Whoa.
I don't care about that. He was just the guy from the intro adventure. Not important.
He was important to the town.
Clearly,
His name should be remembered. He died a hero.
Kildren's like,
Coming from
Alex
a-
is dead? No! Oh, he was a good friend.
Coming from a cleric. I mean, he was a guard.
For
Was he an
shame.
old man?
Alex?
Could be the same.
Yeah.
No,
No.
just a like regular age dude.
Oh well.
Regular age.
30 something? Like not old, not young, in the middle.
They will sing his songs.
I shall write
To this
songs
day,
with
we sing songs of Alex.
Which go
No,
like this.
I do remember Alex because he was always the first one to greet me out in the. God Tower there.
Alex.
Town. Yeah, everybody knew Alex.
Alex.
Where do I get armor? Does he give you armor too?
Oh, certainly, yeah. See,
Yeah, I like him.
the wonderful thing about being a cleric of the Forge is your accessibility, your equipment. It's whatever you need it to be, because you can create it yourself.
I'm wondering about these gods. It's like, how do we know they went missing and they weren't just taken?
Yeah. What
Like-
if they're being held hostage?
Well, to be honest, there are some that do believe that they were perhaps taken or killed by something even more powerful.
Oh, I ain't
Could a
got time
fae
for
be
that.
more powerful than a god?
Not any that we know
Love.
of.
Love?
How about the great
I
old
thought
ones?
there was a god who was love.
It's more of a force of nature than a being, but
Why would love kill them?
yeah, that's a better question. It's more the opposite kind of power. But you know, the dealings of the gods is beyond even my understanding. So anything's possible in that realm, I suppose.
So you have to work for the Fae. Do you have any job duties as a cleric that you have to do?
Well,
Take away his iPad.
You know,
It's, if I were part of a church organization, then
but
yes.
you're not.
I'm particularly belong to a different organization. So my duties are to the Guild for Adventurers, and as I mentioned previously, we help seed the treasure and the equipment that those on quests will need to find. So cleric, in a way, is less a job duty and more of an ability description at this point. It defines what I am capable of, right? More than my obligations.
Do they keep a list of where they've left these
Treasures?
I'm sure someone at the head office has a record of that. On the other continent.
We're gonna have to make a detour.
Boat. Okay. First step, save parents. Second step, get boat.
Not even. We can wait on
No.
the parents.
How much money?
Ditch the
We
parents.
should get this
No.
boat.
Third step, find the gods.
Forget this. We're going to Winter Haven on the coast, and
Yeah,
boat
we need
from
to
there.
pick up some books or
Are we?
something.
We're in here.
it's on the
right?
coast. Yeah.
Are we curious enough to check out what this is all about?
Nope.
It's like right here.
Nope.
I'm betting goblins.
Yeah, you remember the last time, like, we almost died?
The last time you were
When we
curious?
wanted to make a detour? Yeah.
I think we should stick to the path the fairy dragon
Why are we
has
having
set
this
for
conversation
us.
again? We're gonna stick to the path. Yeah, you almost died. You didn't even help the last battle. You
I
wanted-
took a blow. Okay, I almost.
Because
died.
you wanted to go there. Now you want to go somewhere else like you didn't even learn what just happened. Bye guys, I'm gonna go with this cleric over here. He has
Oh
swords.
man, you know what? We should have picked up that gem that you tossed.
I picked it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I put it back in my inventory anyway.
Okay.
I'll leave that.
So this path that your
Oh, do we
dragon
need to
friend
do, like,
drew for you.
checks and whatnot? This is a new day.
I checked my inventory and I had
Oh,
rights.
yes. The old Beard's Lookout. That's the observatory I mentioned. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend stopping there.
Yeah, we need to stick to the path, guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Lovely.
does your organization have a card or something?
A card? You mean like for playing games?
Yes.
No? Not particularly.
How do we find them?
Why do you ask? Are you interested in joining?
I don't know. I'm interested in finding out where the treasure is.
Oh, I see. Treasure seeker. Well, You have to understand that this is more of a charitable organization. We're here to help those in need, not to help
Could
ourselves.
you use your help?
Yeah, but first you help yourselves by getting the stuff from the guy. Then you help everyone else.
That's not how it works.
Alright, shall we
Yeah, okay.
depart?
Yeah, I think we need to roll, right? We need to roll for because it's a new day.
Well, this is like the evening. We like chat around the fire. Yeah.
Also, you spend the whole evening there. Just chill.
That was just the evening. Okay.
We trained. we
Yeah, you were
read
doing the
books.
sword training and the
Oh.
conversing and.
Alright. So I shall head to bed.
Right. Yes, I think we should all retire for the night.
If somebody wanted
Good
to
night's
see the
rest.
way to power and glory, what would you suggest?
I would not,
No.
honestly.
Alright, good night.
No. It is an honest question. If you seek such things, that is admirable. But be aware that any path that offers you a quick and easy solution will be fraught with danger. You can be sure of that.
What's he doing?
YOLO.
I asked for no less.
Then YOLO.
Kids.
It's
Been a long time.
Yes, of course.
Well,
We're the worst.
oh no, I've seen much worse. Believe
Oh,
me.
thank God.
We just cut off a Minotaur's head and wore it as a hat.
Going to
It's
sleep.
gotta go on the record
And
for
then you
some.
grew tentacles.
I did. It was great. It was a great vacation, you guys.
Okay.
Okay, I've gone to sleep.
Yes, me too.
I go to sleep holding the skull like.
So, you all retire for the evening. Snooze, snooze.
What?
And
What do you want? Thank you.
yeah. So the day passes.
Which one?
Dragon.
Greg?
Right.
Tis a new day.
Who sleeps in the cots?
Yeah, like
Me.
a share cat.
Like in the cabin?
Yeah.
I want to sleep in the cabin.
Well,
I'm willing
there's-
to
there's
not
in the
sleep in the cabin.
cabin, but there's 3 cots.
Me and her share a cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Fair, I'm little.
And then we.
Okay.
I guess I'll. You want to split one with the Rook or?
Who?
Yeah, I know.
No, he's
Sleeps on the floor.
yeah.
Oh, the Rook sleeps
Sleeps on the
okay.
floor.
And then we just split the other 2.
Where you sleep?
He's willing to sleep on the floor.
Okay, cool. Then it's the same. Good night, everybody.
Okay, those of you sleeping on the cot can have advantage on your morning constitution check.
Yay! Yeah. That's kind of how it's spelled.
Okay, I'm rolling for this.
Well, I mean, I'm at full house.
This is like red wine. No, it's Malbec.
No, it's like for. It's for disadvantage, right?
Advantage.
For replenishing your.
Oh,
No,
well,
you
good.
sleep. Okay, so everybody heals up, gets back, hit dice, whatever, comes back from rest.
Mm-hmm.
And now, hex crawl rules, right? Constitution check in the morning, see how you face the day.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
You have
that's-
advantage on that because
that's
you
what
got
I'm
to
saying.
sleep on a cot instead of the ground.
Right. You're rolling to see if you're gonna go around like Rocky or if you're gonna do
Yeah.
good when you wake up. So you're either gonna have advantage or disadvantage.
We had advantage.
See how well rested you are.
We're super well rested.
So I got +2 right now to +1.
Did you sleep at all after you saw like the devil or whatever?
The double.
Presumably.
You slept like a baby.
15?
15.
Yeah,
Good.
about that.
Yeah, so I don't think we really figured out what happened with that.
You got 4? You
I
slept on
got
the
4
cot.
plus my 2. I know, but I was having
You have
nightmares.
advantage. Did you roll twice and take the higher number?
Oh no.
Oh,
It's Never mind. That was a higher number.
Seriously?
18!
That was a higher number, guys.
Right.
Okay,
You-
so while you
16,
slept,
16.
I tossed you
16
off
went one.
the thing.
Yeah, she
I was
slept
just
on me.
She kicked you off the cot in the middle of the night.
I
Yeah.
got a 16.
Should do
Okay.
that.
So
I do.
you are well rested.
Experience.
You will have advantage on your next skill check.
Watch your blankets too. She takes those.
You are the opposite of well rested.
Mm-hmm.
You have disadvantage on your next skill check. What did you guys get?
I haven't rolled yet.
It tastes like dragon blood.
I'm sorry. What do we? What stat is this?
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay.
Oh, I had +1. Does that
Doesn't
change
matter.
anything?
Makes it-
You're fine.
Okay.
Super well rested.
20.
20, stop.
But just, he's great.
He slept
You
on
slept
the
like
clouds.
a baby.
Very
After
well
you
rested.
Saw,
You
like,
have-
a
Losing my
demon.
mind. Yeah.
You're just like, what?
He knows the truth.
You have
And
There's
he's
no bigger
advantage
peace.
on your next.
He has
Skill check.
peace
Okay.
in what is around.
Yeah.
He has peace and knowledge.
Ooh,
You have
that's
four.
not good.
Talking smack always just.
Okay,
roll
so
one
maybe
more
we
time.
fought
you
each
have
other
to
in our
roll-
sleep.
You have,
You have
to,
to
you
roll
have to roll
twice.
one more time. Okay, never mind. He
Okay.
kicked me off the
Yep. Also well rested.
Yay.
At my expense.
I woke up and I was like, damn it! You're the cause of my
So-
frustrations!
Lloyd, right?
Wow.
Lyle.
Lloyd.
Just start with an L. Lyle.
Same
It's
thing.
been a while.
Cauldron
Uh, Yeah, you guys mess up my characters' names, I get to mess up yours.
Cauldron.
Lloyd.
So good.
We're getting there.
All right, Lyle.
Right.
You have an indefinite madness.
Indefinite
That's
madness.
wonderful.
So it's not like a temporary thing that's gonna wear off anytime soon.
Oh,
No,
no.
Yeah. So until further notice,
Little loony. All right.
you are convinced that there are powerful enemies hunting you, and their agents are everywhere.
Well, there
Okay, so
are.
you're way
Could be
too
true.
alert.
You're sure they're watching you all the
Could be
time.
true.
Could be. I mean, it is.
I think it is
It is true.
though.
Someone's watching us.
I agree.
Don't you feel it?
I feel it.
I feel it.
Well,
Sure.
why is it scaring me?
So wait, what's
You're scaring me.
happening,
What?
Don't
Me?
fill her head with
No.
lies.
Lyle? Wait, what's happening, Lyle?
Lyle was
What
telling
did-
a joke
kill
to
him.
Miri.
What did Lyle
no,
say?
that's not what he said. That's
Lyle,
not
what's
Yeah.
happening?
That's not what he said.
What's happening,
Real itchy
Lyle?
now.
I think he got into poison
What's-
ivy. He just
What's
had
what? What's happening? Wait, what? Who's looking at
No,
us?
Lyle is being funny.
What?
What, Lyle? What are you doing? What,
He's
what are you
trying
saying?
to scare
No, he's
you.
being
What is he
silly.
saying?
No,
Lyle,
He
what's
says there's
happening?
ghosts.
No,
There's a ghost.
There's no such thing.
Where?
He's messing with me.
Where's
He's
the
messing.
ghost?
He's
Yeah.
messing.
Right
Yeah, no,
there.
we're
That's why she didn't get any sleep. We told her ghost story.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then we all
feel
slept
very
really
good
good
today,
while she
guys.
freaked out all night.
Nothing's working out, Gavin, today.
Yeah, we're not good friends.
Nope. Not at all.
Okay, so are we moving?
I think we should go north, I say as I point south.
I think
turn
we
you
should
around.
go north.
Oh, we
That
should.
way.
No, we're going.
Yep.
Yeah.
How fast?
Real fast.
No.
Slow?
We're all getting on this doggy and we're booking it.
Let's,
We're leaving Nook, right?
Yeah,
If she's
um,
alright.
because it's only, it doesn't seem very dense.
Medium speed?
So. We could do normal and forage.
Mm-hmm. How much hours is that?
It's not fast enough for me, guys.
Not fast enough. Let's
What's wrong?
compromise
That's-
and say we'll go
Did-
fast.
No.
We're being followed.
No. Oh, the goblins, of course.
Yeah,
Yes, I think we should go fast.
Goblins, yes, the goblins. Sure.
We should go
the goblins.
fast for a square and then
Just
slow it
bye-bye,
down.
Mr.
The
Calderon.
goblins.
Bye, Cauldron hash browns.
Oh, yes. Good luck.
No, that's
Bye.
not his name, right?
Tell
Oh,
the people
no.
my story.
Wait.
Bye-bye.
Before you go.
Wait, you want to say something?
Hold on.
Yes?
Before you go.
Hash browns.
I just remembered there was a tree around here somewhere, and he starts going and like knocking on some of the trees.
There's gonna be booze in one of these trees.
Nope.
just gonna get out.
Oh, yep. Found it. This is the one.
It's the double
Okay.
tree.
The double tree!
And he goes and he pushes a knot in the tree. And a small door slides open. This is our secret stash back when we were younger. But
You're drug smugglers.
no, just magical trinkets and things that we would collect.
Drug smugglers.
No, I thought about what you said, and well, yes, I mean, you took down the Minotaur. I'm sure you're perfectly capable of handling it yourselves. But I didn't want you to go without a little something. So, I have here
Magic sword.
a number of things.
Magic sword.
Okay, so please be patient as the DM pulls them up.
Magic sword.
Kicking.
We have a
Or could be something bad like a biscuit.
Curse. You have 2 days to live.
It was good while it lasted.
a wooden spoon carved with the rune for food.
Oh, yay!
Right? And
I always
Wait,
wanted a spoon.
he says,
I'll take it.
Yes, no, this is perfect. See, when you take this and you tap it onto an organic material such as a bit of wood or dirt, or something simple like that, will instantly turn it into actual edible food.
Weird.
I mean,
Set
it-
for life.
it's a little bit mushy. I'll grant that. And it's not the tastiest stuff, but it's not the worst. I mean,
I'm like, you're holding
It's
it,
not
right?
like Valen's cooking.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it tend
I know, but-
wait a minute.
Is he holding it?
If you're holding it, wouldn't it turn you into mushy?
You should try it first.
no, non-living matter. Of course, it's
Rocks.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah.
How about corpse?
something somewhat soft, like I said, wood or dirt,
We're putting this
leaves.
stuff on Sebastian one or something.
Don't touch the horse for that.
But yeah, it creates a portion of somewhat edible amount
It
of
makes
food.
oatmeal.
Only once per day though,
Yeah.
so you can't rely on it entirely. But it should help out.
Oatmeal
Yeah.
ash.
Just in case you don't find anything edible, yeah,
Okay.
there's a little something for you.
That's like, I can sell that.
Sell that, you can need that.
Yeah, that's not going to just you, so don't write that in your personal inventory. Okay.
No. My
That's not
inventory is over here.
That's not yours.
I'm just doodling. You should
Spoon.
write down a spoon with the rune for food.
And let's see, what else do we have here? That
Turn
bag of
organic material.
infinite manure. You probably aren't interested in
Yes,
that.
Yeah, we should taste that.
Wait, what?
You-
Okay?
I'll take it.
A bag
Wait.
that makes infinite poop.
Really?
Infinite
Uh,
poop?
Yes,
I mean,
That's what he said.
if
no
you're
one's taking it.
if you're sure,
Yes, of course.
there you are.
We
So-
could pour it on top
I
of someone,
think we-
and they'll be
no.
piled in a
Infinite
pile.
food.
I think we got that as a prank.
Food?
No.
It's not bag. You
No,
take
but
out the manure.
the spoon only activates once
It only
per
works
day.
Once a day.
It-
Once per day. How
yes.
much food does it make?
But
Not
still,
enough
that's
for
compost. We could use it to like grow something, or we could
Like
sell
a
it.
portion?
Bag or
Or
something.
We could use it for we could use it for potions. You can make bombs with poop.
about a pound?
Mm.
Intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah.
I have +1 intelligence. Come on, roll fucking
Listen,
funny.
Alan, we can start a company out of this.
10, 11.
You have no idea how to make a bomb out of poop.
Damn it.
Can I try?
I read it in a book once. I don't remember how, but I know it's possible.
You don't know how to breathe.
It's a thing, guys. It really is.
Can I try?
15. He rolled 15.
I
Nope.
rolled.
It was an accident roll.
I don't think Michael's gonna allow it. He's like, no.
I won't go
Ah,
for it.
oh, yes, this should certainly come in handy. Well, actually, not sure if you really have any large body of water you need to cross, but just in case it does come up, This is a ring of swimming.
I want it.
Right?
That's everybody.
If you wear this, you can treat.
I like jewelry.
We'll put it on
What was it?
Sebastian's ear,
It's jewelry.
and then we'll all ride him through the water.
Something about swimming. I love it.
Yes.
It's enchanted.
Wait a minute.
You can't
Nope,
breathe.
nope.
You look
Wrong kind of
incredible.
swimming.
What kind of swimming?
What?
Well, it's so maybe it's not so useful around the body of water. This is like the opposite of swimming. It lets you swim in the air.
Mine.
Wait a minute.
Cold.
It helps you
So
fly.
with this ring on, you treat the air as if it was water, and so yes, you could swim through it, but you can no longer breathe it, of course, because now it's basically water.
So you have to hold
So-
your breath.
Exactly.
So if we put it on the donkey, he'll die.
No, I think it's
Probably.
I
I
want that.
don't think the
I
donkey
want
has fingers.
We can put it on his
I-
ear.
we could be
No, make it an earring.
We can make it an
I
earring.
want that.
We
Yeah.
can't just take all the.
I didn't take everything. This is the only thing I've taken.
Oh, you're not taking
She took the thing and he
That's
took the poop. I called it.
It's a resource for everyone.
He
Okay.
said ring and I was like, yes.
Sure, we could put it on the donkey.
I didn't take the food spoon.
No,
I put
it's-
it on the donkey.
I'm gonna put it. I have a necklace. I'm gonna put it on my necklace alongside my coin.
Yeah.
So like I can just put it on and like swim, and then take it off, and I can go somewhere high,
Okay.
and then jump from somewhere high and like stab things. Stabby stab.
Let's
Temporary
see.
It
What
is temporary thing. That's pretty cool.
else we have? I could have sworn I had a pair of shoes in here.
What is that?
Oh,
Dragon
Earl and
blood.
Dragon.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
here they are.
We
Oh,
skipped
I
that
know
on
the golden
we skipped
dragon
that
is
on it.
terrible.
Yeah, we skipped that on.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. You give it to me? Huh?
Next up, the endless boots. Now, these are, they look like the most rattiest, worn out pair of leather boots you've seen in your life. Don't let the sight fool you. These, when worn, will allow you to walk tirelessly
For 1,000.
all day.
All day.
Absolutely fantastic.
So we can keep walking forever?
Yes, never get tired. There is one downside though.
They're hideous.
No, you can't stop.
They're hideous.
You can't stop.
So how do you take them off?
Well, you'll have to work that out amongst yourselves.
What do you mean? How did you guys get it to stop?
Well, I think last time we had to have somebody run up and catch up to him and pick him up off the ground.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Can't they just walk in a circle?
Well, yeah, if you didn't want to like end up going anywhere, sure, you can still
You
direct
can
your
sleep
motion. Your just legs are just gonna keep moving.
Interesting.
Yeah,
We could attack
can't
the
run.
carriage.
Only walk.
Guys.
Most curious thing.
So if we
But-
put him on the donkey,
Right, but, or we could put it on something or someone, and
We
then
can
put
ride them.
attach a carriage, and then they can pull the carriage and just go.
this is amazing. Let us put it on the donkey.
And
I like your thinking, Violet.
He's got 4 legs, just 2 pairs of shoes, one pair of shoes.
I have
We'll
plus
get
one
some
information.
wheels for his back leg,
Oh,
and
God.
we're on the roll.
Yes.
Hey!
Thus the car was
You
invented.
could put
Creative
you could put
thinking
his back
here.
legs on wheels. That's true.
All right, so we got these endless walking.
Well, you are welcome to construct that contraption.
Can
But
I get the
there
ring?
you are. All right.
Yeah, you know.
One more. What do we have left here? Let's
Right
see.
quick, what was
Let's
the ring called?
see.
ring push
Swimming
pop.
ring.
What
Air swimming
was
ring.
the name of the ring? Ring.
Oh, swimming.
Ring of
Ring of air swimming. But you can't breathe. Write it down.
This old rag. Oh, wait. Yep. Blindfold. blindfold of spirits.
What does it do? Hey, no.
Just
you
in
got a
case.
ring.
Now,
Gave it to me.
That's the
Nuh-uh.
spirit.
I just held it out to
And I
whoever's taking
took it.
Okay. So, probably actually could be very handy since you will be passing by some of the haunted woods.
Oh, cool.
But
Give it to...
when worn, this will allow you to attack incorporeal things, ghostly things, right? But you are, however, still blind. It is a blindfold, but
You can see the ghostly stuff, and that's it.
no, you can attack the ghostly things. Normally, your weapons just go right through them.
But we can already see that.
Okay, so what if you put it over, like, one eye? Like it's actually...
That probably work. You're welcome to try.
There you go. Good
Don't
luck.
really have a ghost nearby to test it
You
right now.
probably, what I think might happen is you might be able to hit him, but you might have like some sort of like disadvantage.
There you go. Put it in your inventory.
Yeah, mechanically you have a
Put it
disadvantage
in
because
your inventory.
you can't see them. But
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like
Yes.
those things you probably won't be able
Yeah.
to do as much damage if you don't
No.
have the power, really, right?
You gave us how many items?
I'll take that.
Was it like one for each person?
4. We have 4.
Wait, spoon, bag,
Ring.
the ring.
Why did you take the bag?
That's why I'm asking. I'm like, if there's nothing more, then I might want to take them.
He's like, I have
What-
a bag
what
with
is it?
fitted shit.
Spoon, bag, ring, boots, blindfold. Those 5 things.
Yep. Wow, we made out
Can I,
like
um,
foxes, and Rook didn't
can I
want
hand
any
you
of
this
it.
bag of
What
food?
a nice guy.
I think Brooke might be traumatized by our experience with the
He has not
Minotaur.
spoken a
He has not
word.
said a word in a whole day and a half.
It's absolutely crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
He usually doesn't shut up.
You hear that, Susan?
Guys, it's raining.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So he kind of sees you like looking, like second guessing, like, like he's like,
Perfect for you. It's perfect. Why'd you stop him? You're like, I'll take it.
so
Wait, can we just leave him out of the bag of poop? There's
So,
5 things.
are you reconsidering your enthusiasm about the bag of manure?
No,
I really like it.
He really likes it.
I do have one other thing in here.
Is that right?
It's not that interesting, but
it-
you're welcome
mean,
to take
Is it
it
a
if you'd
second
like.
bag of poop?
The poop
No,
wasn't that
it-
in the bag of things.
And he holds up a small cube of what looks like ice.
Oh, it's a cube of.
Of ice food.
Ice cube. No.
It does happen to be dark blue.
What are you talking about?
That's right.
That's
No,
not just a small
It's really
cube.
clear. And he says, "This is a cube of ever ice. It never melts, so it's always
Your
cold."
drinks will be cold.
And then I put it in the bag of poop.
No.
And then I put the bag of poop right in my pocket.
Cold, hard poop.
And I'm so
Forever.
happy.
This is horse manure, right?
Yeah.
We can make a farm with it.
That's
Yeah. Also makes great fire fuel.
Oh,
Yeah,
yay!
yeah.
That's right,
So I'm gonna call it a forever
Are we
ice
gonna
cube.
engage in
Pioneers
violence?
used to pick up
warfare?
buffalo chips, start their
So
fires.
notice the link between fire fuel and a bomb. Because it's very important now.
Mm-hmm.
Say,
Interesting.
explosives might come in handy.
We are gonna be the smelliest kids that ever walked
Start
these lands.
collecting nails.
Where did you
yes.
find
Yeah.
these things? Calls
Using
are on.
magic. What do you think?
Hash browns. Where'd you find
Did you write down all the stuff with everybody takes something?
Scott has the eye patch.
Do you write it?
You have the
I
ring.
did.
He has the poop and the ice, and the donkey has the spoon and the walking boots. Maybe I'll wear the boots. I don't know yet.
Well, that's good for Saab, Millie.
That's right. I'm gonna keep going. Keep going.
Walking into our destiny.
Yep.
Maybe
Right back home.
we put the bag of poop in boots, and then we give them to Rook and be like, here's
No.
some boot.
No.
And then he puts his shoe in it, and it's a prank.
You could just give him a pile of poop, not even the poop, just some
It's a
poop.
prank, guys.
And say that it's for him.
He
Well, I
put
can't
that
say that we did anything different with it when we were younger.
Where did you get it from? Where did you get it?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Your adventures.
I think someone must have created it. We made a bunch of minor magical items back in the day.
So Fred and George made these. Yeah.
Can we make some?
Yeah, that was their names. Yep.
Fred and George.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense now.
Can we make magical items? You see,
I mean,
my friend Valen here doesn't know how to make.
So if you could
So she would
explain.
love
Is a
to.
possible thing to do. It takes a great deal of effort and study.
To make
So
them
an admirable goal, to be sure. Something a cleric of the forge might be adept in.
Oh my gosh, I'm starting to shop, you guys. I'm gonna make things.
But that's all I have for you. So
This is more than enough.
good luck.
Yeah, more than enough.
I hope you find your parents.
They're dead.
Say that.
This is manure than enough.
This is manure than enough.
That was bad.
That was awesome.
All right, we're done. We're end it right there.
That was shitty.
I was.
That was ice cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of fun with these items.
Yep.
Thanks, Cauldron
I'm
of
glad.
Hash Browns.
Where's the hash brown part coming in?
He said his name was
Asher.
Hasselhoff or something.
Oh, okay. Hasselhoff.
No.
No. He didn't have a business card, so I don't know.
Like, I don't know if I trust a cleric without a business card.
I agree.
There's no such thing as business cards.
There are business scrolls.
It's not a thing.
Right? Where is your where's your certificate of authenticity?
That would be his holy symbol, which is on the hilt of his sword.
What does it look like? Can you draw it for us?
I mean, you could steal a sword.
It
It
looks like a miniature sword.
Oh.
Is he really? He's not furry.
Look at the sword. It's a miniature sword with a little sunburst behind it.
He's not very creative.
It's a cleric of the forge. What do you want his forge holy symbol to look
A
like?
hammer.
This one?
No, hammers were taken by the dwarves.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can I see the?
They already had copyright. Trademark.
Trademark.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let's see it.
He also found
I actually didn't
10 gold coins.
didn't look that closely when I got the picture, but now I'm like, oh, it is a little miniature sword on his sword. It's perfect.
He got tiny sword on his big sword.
There's a tiny sword.
So yeah, Mary, there you go. You want a guy with a sword? Yo, dog. I do like swords. So
Yeah, I like
got you a
swords.
sword on your sword, so you can sword while you're swording.
He uses that to open
Maybe
his
sword,
mail.
sword.
This little sword. He uses it. Then he puts it back up.
Yeah.
Can I hold on to the book?
Yeah, he said he
Yeah, you already said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we end it on that day.
We're gonna have fun.
Farewell.
That's crazy. We didn't even. We spent the whole time in the same day.
Okay, but
Yeah,
he had very
well-
good information that
Yeah,
we
You know, it was great. It was
You
great.
got an
But we
endless bag
failed.
of poop.
Right.
Yeah, we failed the whole time
Exposition.
in that same day.
It was.
great.
It was a very plot-heavy episode.
Mhm, that was great.
And then that's okay because
But-
Rock wasn't here, so.
Are we all right with actually
What do we call it?
wrapping up there? Because I think we should soon anyway.
Some beans gummies.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what was the name of the book?
Yeah. Broken promises,
Broken
pact magic, and you.
Oh, that's
Appropriate.
cool. That sounds like a really nice book.
Yeah. It should
Chapter
be.
Rook not coming to the appointed day.
What? what to do when your friends don't show up.
What to do when you want to kill your friend. Chapter 2.
Bring in the pixie.
Yes. But when?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so you have basically you'll be starting from here, headed into there. I mean, all we actually got accomplished was making the rolls for the day.
Mhm.
Right, and I think
Construct that thing.
everybody but
Oh, how much time exactly did we spend going to that from the camp to the new location?
we haven't
Okay,
gone yet.
okay.
Like you didn't pick a pace yet. We stopped before you left and ran down that bit.
About the shoes.
Oh, we gotta get going.
Yep. All right.
The shoes walk forever, but can they pull an unlimited amount of weight?
That is a good question.
Mhm.
You'll have to test that.
It might just
down.
pull you, and then your feet are just gonna be kicking in the air.
I figured. For example, like the ring, I'm pretty sure like I can swim, but I might be a bit tad slow.
Well, you're gonna run out of air too.
Right, I know, but like also when you swim, like you're not as fast as you are when you.
Like you get this much off the ground.
Like I can't like move. You mean I'm moving in
Right.
water?
What if you're
You,
wearing?
you put that on and suddenly it's like you're standing at the bottom of a lake,
Oh.
Right.
right? Because
Try
all of the
something
air
like
around you is now water.
that. Right.
So
What if I throw you?
it's not practical in the battle because you're gonna put it on, and then all of a sudden you're swimming very slowly in the air.
Right. It's not. I'm thinking. I'm thinking more like
Yeah.
like if I want to hide, so I can go to a high place, or I'm trying to get to something.
Right.
Stuff
Basically,
like that. I'm not
it
using
will
this shit in
let you
battle.
fly to get up over something.
Right. Exactly.
Short time. Right?
Maybe
'Cause
you
you've
can
got
hold on to like a branch you wouldn't normally be able to stand on.
Right. Because I could put it on and off. Right. Put it on.
But the ring reef's come
Get as hard
if you
as
do
like.
that.
Also, I suppose if you really thought about it, it could also double as sort of a ring of feather falling. Well,
Oh,
if you were
yeah.
falling, you put that on, suddenly now
Does
you're
that have
yeah.
unlimited
falling through
I
water.
already took it, guys.
I know, but if you have unlimited weight and we're both falling off a cliff, can I hold onto your foot and not die? Because you're in water,
Huh?
I'm not.
Uh-huh.
We should test this theory.
Like, I don't know how that would.
But I could swim down
Fantastic.
deep
Decides it doesn't work.
and then let it go.
I don't know how. It depends on how well can you swim with a. What
Okay,
does your character
tomorrow-
weigh? 40-pound weight tied to your
We're
leg.
gonna climb a tree
right?
and jump off
Like-
of it.
Into a pond.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So by next time, I expect you guys to have tested this out and have some answers for me. Okay.
Homework.
All right. Break.